friend Chris for my MMA News, being joined by Joe Lowry. Very successful after a 2-year layoff. He returned at CFFC 83, and he defeated Bianchi Zimmerman via first-round TKO at 2 minutes and 9 seconds. First off, I got to thank my man for joining me. Joe, how are you, my friend?
Oops, sorry. How you doing? Got a call coming in.
You're good, man. You're good. So everything good with you, man? Congratulations on the win. And how are you, dude?
Doing great, man. Just glad to be back. Glad to be back in the cage. Glad to be back competing, and glad to be back in there. You know, getting bloody and getting knuckled up.
So first win in 2 years, man. I gotta say it was impressive. It was very impressive. You showed no signs of ring rust. I'm sure you can be your own personal critic, but you look fantastic in there. So one, how did it feel getting back in the cage? And two, how are you celebrating after such a clean win?
Oh, well, it felt great being back in there, man. It's everything. And CFFC is a great promotion to fight for, man. They make you feel as comfortable as possible, and they always run a good card. So felt great being in there. It felt good. The win felt great, and I'm celebrating. I'm just relaxing with my girl, and can't wait till Monday to get back to training. You know what I mean? It's just another mountain to climb. I just opened up another door, so it's got to keep working hard. It doesn't stop there.
So getting into the fight itself, man, there was the right hand after the combination that initially dropped him, and there was just up and downs, and the referee was coming in and out. So I'm curious, was it a little frustrating for you? And two, when did you know you had him out?
It wasn't frustrating for me, and it was just I was trying to be patient because I didn't want to when first combination I threw it, where I seen that he came out of, he was a little rocked, and I see him stutter stepping a little bit. I was like, all right, I got him. So and then I felt comfortable. His power wasn't he didn't have that much power, and I was slipping most of his shots. So I was like, oh, let me step in and hit this guy with something a little bit harder. And I did, and knocked him on his ass. But the whole thing was, you hear my corner yelling, be patient, because even when you get a knockdown, you want to go in there and start throwing bombs on a guy and then blow your load, and then you're all tired and gassed out yourself. So I was trying to be patient because I knew the knockout would come. You know what I mean? I know I have, power in my hands. I know I have speed. So it was just, being patient and just waiting for that right shot,
So did you personally feel any ring rust in there?
The only not personally, but I felt like I was overzealous a little bit. I could have been more patient. I could have lined up my range a little bit better and catch him on the end of my punches a little bit better and stay out, because he was stepping in the pocket with me. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to let him, I'm not going to let him control the ring. So I'll play the pocket game. I'll brawl in the pocket with you if you want to play that game. But, usually I can, I keep the range, catch guys under my punches. He's a long guy too, so I was surprised for him staying inside there with me. So I knew I had the upper hand in there. So it is what it is. Sometimes a fight goes that way, a certain way, and just it's how you got to fight it out.
And like I told you before we started, I've known Bianchi for years. I've seen him in kickboxing. I've seen him in MMA fights. I've seen him all around, and I know he's a versatile guy. Were you surprised, or were you surprised that you were able to finish him that quickly, especially after the 2-year layoff?
Yeah, whenever I go into a fight, I'm not looking for a finish. I'm not going out there I got to knock this guy out. And I don't want to have that thought in my mind. I go out there to fight. I go out there fighting thinking it's going to go 3 rounds or 5 rounds, I want to be, because if I go out there thinking I'm going to knock him out in the first round, I don't want to, when that second round comes, I don't want to be discouraged. Damn it, I wasted all my energy trying to knock this guy out in the first round. It didn't happen. So it just, I'm just patient. If I see him get rocked, it comes. You know what I mean? I try to execute everything my training and all that, and I listen to my corner because, like I said before, they're telling me be patient. And that's the thing my coach tells me. He goes, Joe, don't worry about hitting him hard. Don't worry about speed. All I want you to do is just touch him. Just touch your fist with his face. That's pretty much what he tells me. Don't worry about power. You have power. Just touch them, and that's what I try to do.
So touching on the 2 years off, we were talking about it a little bit. For fans at home that may not know, what actually happened between your 2018 bout on the Contender Series to now?
Well, I was in a car accident. And I was actually on my way to the gym training. I was rushing a little bit, and it was raining, and I kind of hydroplaned and lost control, and I went head on with another. I was driving a pickup truck, but I went head on with another pickup truck pulling a load, and when I hit the brake, I guess when I went head on, and my engine block kicked back into my brake pad and rolled my ankle, and it hurt. And that, I'm just lucky I was driving a truck and not a car, because I probably, even the doctor where said, the ambulance driver said, yeah, if you're in anything smaller, she goes, you wouldn't have been walking away from this. So
wow.
I was happy to be alive, and happy to be able to fight again.
Yeah, man. And so just a little brief timeline here. On the Contender Series, you suffered your first defeat. Like we said, stuff happens. Then you suffer the car accident. And then, 2020 happens, which is just throwing everybody for a whirlwind. But finally, you're back in the win column, and things are finally looking up. And you look so impressive in that fight. So when can we expect you back in the cage? And what can we expect going forward from Joe Lowry?
Whenever, if the UFC calls, I'm there. And whatever, CFFC has the next card or any other promotion, October, maybe November. Like I'm ready to go. Like I'm in shape. I'm training my ass off. I'm gonna keep getting stronger, keep strengthening my ankle up, keep strengthening everything up. So, and right now, like there's metal in my ankle, so I'm like Wolverine over here. So it's even stronger than it was before. So, if people want to test the ankle, I'll go ahead. They're worried about hitting the ankle. They should be worried about these things right here.
All right. One last thing before I let you go. Talking about the Contender Series fight and being under the bright lights of the UFC, a lot of the regional guys are now getting to that level. The Contender Series, and last night, for example, we saw Kyle Dawkins. Chris Dawkins in the UFC. So it's happening. Yeah, it's happening for a lot of these guys, man. So what did you learn from being? Yeah, I know. What did you learn from being under the bright lights under the UFC, and especially knowing that you have the talent to get back there?
Yeah. Well, I was happy. They gave me the opportunity. I know Dana White came down for looking for a fight when I fought for V3 in Memphis. Dana White was there, so it wasn't anything different. The only thing that was weird is that, we get to have the walkout music. I like the crowd. I like the screaming and yelling. That stuff hypes me up. And then being in there, fighting in there, it's like real quiet. But it is what it is. They should at least give us walkout music. But, the fight, it was fun. It was a good experience. And that's one thing my uncle told me. He goes, Joe, have fun. He goes, just take it all in and have fun, man. Have fun and enjoy the experience. And I was like, and that's what I did. I enjoyed the experience. And hey, man, the fight's a fight. It was, I'd rather go out on my shield, but the ref stopped it, and I wasn't. I think I wasn't out, but I'm not gonna say, it is what it is. I should have put myself in that position. I should have been in a better position, So, a loss is a loss, and
Right.
I'm not worried about it. I'm moving on.
Yeah. Exactly.
So.
Exactly. So I said one thing. Now the final thing. What about fighting in front of the no fans? I've been wanting to talk to every fighter I talk to about that, because it has to be something absolutely crazy. Yeah,
it's I don't like it, but it's whatever. It's like training in the gym. That's if you hear, like, if you're watching the fight, you hear my coaches yelling, like trying to make it sound like there's a crowd. They're like, oh yeah, all right. They're yelling when I said my name. So it's it's all right. It's whatever. Fight's a fight. I'm not really focused on the crowd while I'm fighting anyway. Right. I'm worrying about this guy, what he's throwing at me. Do I enjoy it? A nice crowd and people screaming and shit. I love that shit. That's why, I live for it, man. I love a crazy crowd screaming. Like, that stuff gets me going, man. It makes me fight even better. But hey, it is what it is. If this is how we got to do it now, then this is how we got to do it. So.
It is what it is, man. Well, listen, I'm going to let you go, but congratulations, man. It was an impressive performance, especially coming back after that 2-year layoff. And we look forward to a lot more, man. I appreciate you taking the time today. And any last words, man? You want to shout out any sponsors? Where can the fans get in touch with you to keep up with news, social media? Floor's yours.
I'll give a little shout out to my sponsors. I just want to thank Shimano Union Local 19 for sponsoring me. I want to thank Milam Racing Stables. They sponsored me. They helped me out a lot. And John's Pizza in Williamstown, New Jersey. They looked after me. and Sucker Punch Entertainment, my managers, man. They really they're an awesome group of guys, and they've been with me from start to finish. Especially with me breaking my ankles, they've been asking how I was doing and everything. They're nice guys to have on your side. And thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it, dude.
Oh, man, it was my pleasure. We'll catch up in the future, bro. Joe Lowry, he defeated Bianchi Zimmerman at CFFC 83, and we look forward to seeing much more from him in the future. For Joe Lowry, I'm Adam Christ. Make sure you keep it locked to MyMMAnews.com for all your fight news needs.